on this computer.
Hi.
And we are recording with Miss Grace Beauty.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Grace Marie. How are you?
I'm very well, Oscar. How are you?
I'm actually really, really good. I was running errands today, and I went from where I live to go to this particular Mexican market to get like the kind of meats that I grew up on and stuff. It's like, I think it's like 30-something miles, man. So I trucked out there to Oklahoma City today.
Nice.
Got some good stuff. Gonna have some good old taco. I didn't do Taco Tuesday. I'm gonna do Taco Friday.
Nice. That's good.
So I just want to say thank you so much for this time that you've given me, and it's so exciting to be here right now with you, from the standpoint that we've had this connection. We've known each other for a while now, and I've observed you talking. We've had a lot of conversations. You've shared a lot of thoughts and ideas and dreams. And like, and I was on our first couple of calls, I'm thinking, when I really didn't know you that well, I'm like, oh my God, this woman is all over the place. I'm like, I love the energy. I love those thoughts. I love those ideas. But somebody said to me once, you can have everything. You just can't have it all at once.
Right. Why not? No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Well, because there's one of us.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking to myself, man, if this woman could just kind of rein herself in a little bit, get a little focused, get some things complete instead of 100 things started.
Yeah.
And that kind of became the beginning point of our friendship. And then I think I gave you a couple coaching calls and helped dial you in a little bit. And I think did that help you at all?
Yes. It was completely unexpected and very gracious of you to do that. That was a generous thing to do.
It kickstarted you a little bit, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, it kickstarted you to the point that you got your set of bricks.
I did.
And when people get the bricks, they get their little pouch and the business cards are in there. And then I send the video out of welcome to your bricks. You've received your bricks, and I kind of walk you through a little tutorial of, what to do, how to play with them. There is no right or wrong way with the bricks. Would you agree?
I do agree. However, I wasn't open to listening to you. And you're the one who has the experience with it, and I kind of wanted to do it my way. And so my way in this instance wasn't the best way for me.
Gotcha.
Your way.
And I'm unattached to how anybody uses them.
Yeah.
I think it's great discovery when they just play with them.
Yes.
From my experience, and a lot of people who use them have them and use them beyond play, like educational, inspirational, motivational, and what I'm all about is the intentional part of it.
Yes.
And their feedback to me a lot of times is there are a particular few ways that they've had better successes, or better focus, or better intentions, or ultimately better outcomes based on all their actions and follow-throughs and their power sentences and etc.
Yes.
So, boom, let's rewind. Hey, mailman, look what I got.
Oh, yes.
So you get your mail, you get your bricks, and what? What'd you do? How'd it go down?
I watched your video, your welcome video, and you invite people to take a 90-day live challenge.
Oh, yeah.
And that was frightening me. So many people have said, oh, you should do videos. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do what I want to do. And I really enjoy being behind the scenes and making everybody look camera ready. And
the makeup artist you're referring to.
Right. And yes. So I didn't want to do videos. I was very fearful. And so that got me into that. So I took on your challenge, and I've been doing that every day. And I basically went in order. I read through the workbook with your goals and the contract, and just did everything in order.
Wow. So walk me through the book a little bit. So you received, now, if I recall, didn't you have the bricks for a while before you had the workbook?
Yes, I did.
Okay. There was storms and the weather and snow, I think. Wasn't that it? Or you just didn't order right away? I forget the scenario.
I ordered the bricks back probably in the late spring, early summer.
That's right. That's right.
And case in point with the effectiveness of the way I was using the bricks and the way you were suggesting. I mean, this is your baby, right? So, using the bricks with the workbook is much more effective.
Wow. So that was, I forget. So that was the shift. Okay. So you had the brick. I forgot it. You had the bricks all those months and doing with whatever you were doing with them and getting whatever you were getting out of them. And then boom, fast forward, coaching book time. Oscar, I need to upgrade. I want to invest further. And now it's coming. During that time, I was having challenges getting them printed because of the weather. So we were iced in. So I couldn't get it to you for a few extra days. So I sent you the document, the digital file of the book, because that got you started with your goal setting.
Yes.
So now those documents arrived via email before the book, and you open those up, and what'd you do, and what were in those documents?
I went right away into the goals, 10 goals, and
your top 10 goals, and your by-wins, and then what are your how do you know when you've accomplished it? Your measurements of success.
I go through and look. I mean, a lot of these are 90 days, and then a lot of them are, I'd say, half or 90-day goals, or maybe 6 months.
Okay.
And then the rest of them are for December 31st of 2017.
Yes.
Give myself a,
Okay. Well, hey, we've talked about that. Don't give yourself that cushion. Do they really take that long?
Well, I just want to be realistic about.
Well, see, do I have permission to coach you?
What?
Do I have permission to coach you?
Of course.
Okay. So I joke about this, and sometimes in my presentations, that we give ourselves this really nice soft cushion called our goal, just in case we don't kind of get there right away. We have this little extra padding, which means we really don't start till we get really close to that one.
Oh.
And now we run like hell trying to get this goal accomplished. Scenario possibility.
Well,
one of my old coaches talked to me one time, and I had set this 6-month goal.
Okay.
And he was hardcore dude, right? And he goes, so how long will you think that'll take? I said, 6 months. He goes, isn't that cute? Now give me that goal inside of a map, M-A-P. And I'm like, what's a map? He goes, give me that goal inside of a massive action plan, M-A-P, your map. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh. So I kind of revisited that whole thing. I looked at the goal, and I went at it like a maniac. Mm-hmm. What would this look like if I was crazed about this goal, right?
Yes.
He goes, now how long will it take you? And I said 6 weeks. He goes, that's a map. That's a massive action plan. So careful on your cushion. I won't kick your butt any more than that. You process that.
Yes.
Let's get back to the book. Let's get back to the book. So the book, guys, you did your goals. You set your top 10 goals. Some are 6 weeks, 3 months, 9 months, whatever.
Right.
And
the contract too.
And then your contract with yourself.
Yes.
So you receive your book, and at the beginning of it, it has one page that has like all 90 words, right?
Yes.
And then so how many of those did you circle? Do you remember?
Well, you said to circle what did you say to do?
10, 15, 20, whatever inspires you.
Oh, it's on my other, I actually had taken a copy of it. I believe I ended up circling 21.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you wrote your contract with yourself, right?
I did.
So before you even tell me what that was like, it's so crazy when I first learned this part too, and came up with this and refined it and took it in other directions from other places, was, we sign contracts with others in business. We have people sign contracts with us, and we do these things for what? Why do we have people sign with us, or we sign with them?
Accountability, credibility.
Accountability, a legal document. We know what we can expect and count on. It's binding. But we don't sign a contract with ourselves. And if we did, would we show up differently? So you wrote a contract. Would you say you have showed up differently to your life since that contract?
Yes. And
you wrote that contract 35 such days ago or so?
35 days ago.
Look at that bad boy. You want to read it? Are you comfortable with that?
I don't mind reading it.
Okay.
I want to be consistent, honest, and purposeful in my life's presentation of me. I will not settle for less than what is best for me and consequently for those who are closest to me. I promise to be open-minded and open-hearted on this journey of self-discovery and growth into the very best grace I know I am to be.
Wow. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow. I love that.
Thank you.
I don't remember hearing. Did you share that with me a while back?
No. Mm-mm.
No wonder I'm all like tingly. I just love hearing this, when I get to see my dream playing out in people's lives. It just trips me out stuff. So that was beautiful. So then you signed your contract with yourself. You identified the words. Now there's the blank sheet of what are your walls.
Yes.
How many of those did you fill in? Do you remember?
Oh, I know. I have to find that sheet. Oh, hold on.
Don't worry about it if it's, and I know how neat you are.
I probably right here, 12.
So, and what are some of your walls if you're comfortable sharing a few of those?
I'll share them all. Procrastinate, self-doubt, boundaries, inconsistency, unworthy, feeling unworthy, indecisive, unfocused, weak, follow through, complacent, fearful, angry, undisciplined.
Wow. And all of those except, undisciplined is disciplined right. As a brick, but every single one of those was a brick.
Yes.
Word on the bricks. That's powerful. Wow. So it's so crazy when I think about the words that are this wall and how it came to me in my dream that, what stops us in life. And in my dream, it was a wall. And I'm like, yes, our walls stop us. And in my dream, it was a brick wall with words on it. And I'm like, and that became this product that is changing your life right now, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then, wow. So then you have that, you identified your walls, and then boom, you moved into the activities of flipping your bricks every day and going live. And
yes.
So every day when you do your AM activity, you take the 3 words.
Yes.
Right? And then
yes.
you write down your words. And then what do?
So I write the 3 words, and then with the second question about what comes to mind, I write each word and what came to mind with each word.
Perfect.
And then I plan my actions and write my power sentence. And okay. If I don't get to my power sentence right away, it's just because if you've seen some of the videos, I somehow, when I'm moving, I
think better.
Yes, yeah. So, but sometimes I come up with them right away, and then other times I'm rolling them around.
I noticed that like early on, you were intentional about not speaking it now.
Right.
You wanted to maturate it and be with it for a while, which was so different than almost anybody that goes live or that I even know that do these not live. Nobody's doing them later on or whatever, but that was kind of cool. So how do you stay present to those words if you don't kind of do this power sentence now? Because you're up at ass early, girl.
Yes.
You need my phone, and I'm an hour behind you, so it's like 5 o'clock in the morning when you're.
Oh, I know. So you get my info. You get those videos when I'm.
Correct.
I'm still in bed. Well, it's not that I'm not thinking about the words.
Okay.
I'm meditating on the words. I'm just letting them.
So you stay. I know you use this terminology called staying in the now.
Yes.
So those words are your part of your now. Once you.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a muscle that I don't possess sometimes. I have to I would have to write that down more or put it on a little card or, for me, that's why I think I post it every day too. I go live and then I take a picture holding up my 3 bricks and then I post my power sentence. So I'm a click away on my phone from looking and rereading it and staying present in the now.
Yes.
Throughout my day from that resource for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, we both inspire and a lot of other people inspire others by this activity.
Yes.
So you've done this every day. So every flipping morning, you've gone live for 35 days straight?
Yes.
Okay. I think, I don't know for a fact, I might have to call in the judges. You're either the longest straight running or the second longest straight running. Michelle Sterling in Seattle, I know she's been going live for a long time, but I remember she missed one weekend and a couple months back. But she's been going longer than you because she's been having bricks and whatnot.
There was one day, I missed one day, but I flipped 6 bricks the next day.
Made up for it.
I had to go to, I had to do a corporate shoot in Boston.
After
the Patriots won. Yeah!
Okay, I'm gonna have to edit this part out.
I'm sorry, but I do have to say this.
Um,
Watching the game, and there were a couple of times I'm thinking, I should go to bed, because I had to go to East Boston for the event the next day, and then that Wednesday I had to go back into Boston for the corporate shoot. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, and then something kept telling me, nope, just watch. Watch.
So we don't have to continue this conversation, because I've lived in Atlanta the last 10 years, right?
I know. And I love the Falcons too. But I just love football. I can watch any team. I love it. But staying in the now here, after watching that game, when you have a coach like Belichick who takes, a collective group of people, he had them all and has them all in the now, present moment, just a moment by moment. That to me was just unbelievable.
Well, I think yes, and coming from, I don't want to get too far off track, but this is kind of interesting. Coming from a baseball background and me also being drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think athletes, especially those that are in the professional ranks, have different minds. They've mastered different mindsets than the average bear, because that's what took for them to get there in the first place, was the same insane self-belief, no self-doubt too often, and yet so they're already at a different levels. And yes, Belichick can bring them together like very few can. And I mean, how many times has he done it? Like nobody else. Okay, let's get back to this here and now, because wow, you took us to another here and now.
I had to.
Okay, so now you've been doing this every day for 35 days. What's showing up for you? What's different? What's changing? What are some victories you've had? Because you're not the same person.
Right. I don't know if you saw my post yesterday. And you want to really know what's showing up for me? And I said on my post yesterday, I looking at other people's posts, I've seen a lot of negativity, and I said the two words that I've seen most of are balls and walls.
Okay.
So honestly, what's showing up for me are balls. I have to say, I mean, I'm being myself. I'm just completely unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. But I'm also living up to my name, which is Grace. And
wow, I love that.
Loving people, you can be unstoppable and be powerful without smashing everybody else down.
Yeah, very true.
More open arms. Let's go. If I'm doing this. Come on, who's coming with me? You know what I mean?
So prior to you playing with the bricks with the workbook segment 35 days ago, these are some new activities that you weren't necessarily doing as well before?
Right.
Okay. Right. And what made that change and shift?
The organization of the combination of just the whole activity and action, the whole program itself, because it's keeping me focused, which you and I know that's probably
as we just had a demonstration of live.
Right.
Yes, I do know, Grace. And so let's raise it again.
Right.
Okay. So what else? Anything else that showed up or shifted, or has anybody spoke to you, like having observations of you?
Yes. Interesting. So the people who are very supportive of me and, are right with me, and Tom, actually, my guy, he is every day just says, "Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. You're doing it. My friend Trisha, you're doing it. You're doing it. Dawn, like all the, so people who are really close to me, some people who have been close to me, who I'm sort of, I'm making some people uncomfortable though now. And that's how I know it's working.
So How are they being uncomfortable? Because you're live speaking positivity, generating your intentions for your day. And so that means that calls them forth, which scares them?
I'm strong, and I've broken out of the box that they've put me in. Sweet little Grace who doesn't cause any problems, and and now I'm just like
wow, that's freaking huge. So it's interesting. Did you see my live yesterday?
I didn't see your live yesterday.
So I was speaking, I think it was yesterday, and I was in the morning because it was really early. And I was talking about taking your power back. We give our power away so easily that it's easy to give away. It's hard to get back sometimes. So it's taken you this process of, and I'd say your brick flipping even prior to the book was starting to prepare the mind and thoughts and beliefs. And then once you had this workbook that has it all kind of laid out day by day by day, morning and evening, because we're going to talk about the evening activities in a moment.
Right.
So it keeps you, if you commit to playing the game of this workbook, then, and one of my quotes, as you know, is your results are in direct proportion to your efforts.
Yes.
So your results are so in direct proportion to your efforts around your workbook. Because you're like daily, just like this one. It's messy. It's every day. There's
that's what mine's looking like. It's awesome.
And that's out. I know people that have the books that are brand new, beautiful. I'm like, you can resell that.
I know.
It's like, what? That's such a waste, and I don't even get it. But that's another day, another call. Okay, so you've been doing that morning activity. You're putting the words down. You're writing what comes to mind when you see those words. What actions you'll take using those words, and then boom, #power sentence, and there's your intention, and you're off and running. You're about your day.
Yes.
Now, life happens, our days happen, and everything else happens, and we could easily drop into an ebb and flow, right? Have you ever had something yet in these 35 days kick your butt during the day, and you hit the valley?
Yes.
What'd you do? This is off a question.
What do I do?
Yes.
I do something as simple as breathing, and to just snap myself out of it.
What if it takes more? What have you tried besides breathing?
My friend Trish, she's so funny. She goes, run in place.
Besides vodka, what have you tried?
I actually am a non-drinker. I've just never been into that. But I mean, I'll have some every once in a while. But moving.
Physical activity.
I might literally snap my fingers.
Correct. Okay. So that's how you change your state of being. There's 3 states, as you know: physical, mental, and emotional. If you change one, you change them all. And the easiest one to change is physical.
Right.
Yeah, I'd go to the back room and shake it off. Here's what I'm going to actually add to your toolbox now, because you have the resource available to you. So when life kicks you in the butt during the day and you're just like, ugh, you've done your breathing and you haven't recouped and you've tried a couple things, go flip a couple, 2 or 3 more bricks and watch what happens.
Okay.
I've had a 9 brick day before. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I've had a 9 or 10 brick day.
That's all right.
Okay.
The other thing I do is I start listing out what I am thankful for, and sometimes I will just pray. I have the 3 prayers that I've said for a few years, and one's the Our Father, the other one's the Hail Mary, and then there's another one, it's Most Sacred Heart of Jesus. And it's just one of those things that as soon as I just say Our Father, I can just say those 2 words and I'm
hey, how awesome is that?
Good.
Wow, God is good. So then you have your AM activities done. You're in your day. Boom, you're home. You're unwinding. You're bringing it down, slowing it down. Woo!
Yeah.
You're not done yet because you got homework, little girl. So now you pop out your book and you have your PM activity.
Yes.
What's your PM activity about? What do you have to do with that?
Well, I have to grade myself, honestly. There was one day I gave myself an F.
Whoa, you didn't tell me that before.
Because I don't think that I did. I don't know that I did. I may have written the 3 words down.
Yeah.
But there was just one day. But I grade myself and I answer all the questions that are asked of me.
So in the book, you grade yourself. So there's literally A, B, C, D, and F based on certain little parameters to how present you were, what kind of successes and victories, etc., and or not. And then now it's the come to Jesus party, and you got to own your stuff that you did or did not do.
That's right.
But it's just, if you cheat yourself, you've just cheated yourself. That's it.
Right.
So I love that you've acknowledged an F. You were sharing with me just a moment ago about a C before we started recording. And we'll talk about that in just a moment, because that turned out to be a crazy story.
The C goes crazy, huh?
On that particular day, when we talk about it. So you're honest with yourself every day. So mostly your A's and B's, though, it sounds like.
Yes. Yeah.
And that day was an F. I think the F is when you do nothing, though, not even flip the bricks.
Yeah. Oh, I flipped the bricks, but that's all I did.
Okay.
I think.
I might give you a D- for that.
All right. Right, because I did flip the bricks.
Awesome. So so then you write down that check whatever grade, and then you move into some journaling questions, correct?
Right.
So what are those questions?
What showed up for you today?
Okay. What else? What's another question? What are some of the questions?
And then what did you learn about yourself today?
Okay.
This question I have a hard time with answering, because sometimes I feel like it's non-applicable. It says, what could have happened if you were more present to the word? But those days that I get the A's and really feeling it the whole time, I think to myself, well, I don't know. What could have happened? I don't know. I feel like I did 100%.
So then what's your distinction between an A and a B then? Or a B and a C, because that was a C, right?
Well,
well, actually, I'm blending conversations here. I'm sorry. You're in the journaling. My bad.
That's okay.
So read the third question again, please. The one
so the first is what showed up for you today.
No, I got that.
Yep. What could have happened if you were more present to the word? That's the third question.
Okay. Well, for me, when I wrote that, I remember there were days that like you said, when you're an A, you're just on it.
Right.
And when I'm not always aware of it till later, but sometimes I am.
Yeah.
Now if I'm, it's 7, 8 o'clock at night or whatever, and I'm being reflective and I look at that, I'm like, what could have happened? Well, heck, I could have done, that, and that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's my own little kick in the butt. Like, okay, acknowledge that you broke down. You could have had this and been here today. Now that's a carryover, dude. You got to bring that into your life tomorrow and get there still.
Right.
So it's for me, that was kind of me. And, you're so honest too. And you get out of this what you get out of it. There's no right or wrong. The fact that you're doing the journaling every day, you're learning about yourself, are you not?
Oh, yes. Yes.
And what's the last question there, I think?
So there are two more questions. Is what's possible for you now?
Yep.
And any other thoughts you may have.
I love it.
So,
and I think that's something we don't do enough of is writing our thoughts out anymore.
Yes.
And I think the kinesthetic part of physically writing it versus typing it is different as well.
Pen to paper is a huge magnet.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. So then you write down your stuff, and you said a little while ago, right before I hit record, you were talking about you gave yourself a C a while back, I guess.
Yes.
And I said, oh, really? And you started kind of talking about the C, and you told me that I think you went to the end of your day as to what scenario happened in your day. So
yes.
Try to refresh my memory again as to what you were just speaking.
Okay. Well, I was just saying that self-doubt thoughts keep popping into my brain, so many that I don't catch them all creeping in and then popping out. So I need to concentrate on what I want and the good things happening now.
Okay, so that was your response to the first question in your PM activity in the journaling. What showed up for you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and didn't you speak about that actual day that something happened or not happened?
That was the day I gave myself the C.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So we're in C category. It wasn't the best of days, wasn't the worst of days,
Right.
But you had that particular thought as a observation that I'm having negative thoughts, so many that I can't keep track. That's your observation in the evening of how your day was throughout the day.
Yes.
And I asked you as we were just playing, and this is kind of funny for everybody that's watching this. This wasn't some planned out thing. You led that and spoke. So what were your words that day that you ended up with those thoughts in the evening? What were your words?
They were wise, commitment, and dependable.
So wise, commitment, and dependable were your bricks you flipped in the morning, were your 3 bricks, were those words. And then what'd you write as far as your thoughts and actions and then your power sentence for those words?
Dependable, I was mixed on because Tom and I had gone and helped a friend. And yet I was feeling, I just wasn't feeling completely dependable for my daughter.
Okay.
And just, the self.
Just stick to what you wrote for the moment.
Yeah, that's what yes.
Mm-hmm. So what did you write down after those 3 words as to what came to mind?
Dependable, it said mixed, felt like we were dependable.
Oh, that's right, because you were doing this later in the afternoon.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So it's not the morning intention, it's kind of a response to your day.
Right.
Okay, so let's move on to what your power sentence was.
Okay. I am wanting to be wise in my decision making so that I can be dependable for my daughter and to myself and my family. And commitment to follow through with my dreams and actions on making them realities to benefit us all. We are the why.
Wow.
Yeah.
But your opening line was, I want to.
I am wanting, yes.
I am wanting to be X, Y, or Z versus what?
I am.
And then, so in the beginning of your day when you set this intention, you set it as an I want versus a declaration of I am. Fast forward to your evening observation, your opening sentence was what?
I am wanting.
No, your opening sentence in the evening of the journal question.
I'm sorry. What showed up for you today?
Yeah, exactly.
Self-doubt thoughts. Yes, right.
So you wanted it and you never got it.
Right.
Possibly had you declared it I am, that might not have been what showed up for you today.
Right.
So it's the nuance of a word and our energy around that word. And as we're living in want and need, we're not in our power.
Right.
Wow.
That's true.
So what would you say your biggest value from this coaching program, 35 days into it, and you're committed to almost 60 more days? 50.
I know. Now, what did you say? What's your
biggest value? What's your biggest aha?
Me. just being unstoppable.
Wow.
And oh my gosh. I just feel like I can, right now I feel like I can do anything. Nothing's bothering me. You know what I mean? Nothing's bothering, people say things, and I think, sometimes we get so numb to what people say. There can be a lot of negative things. I actually have said, wow, I can't believe that person just said that to me, and that I've been so numb to that. I've allowed that. So
wow.
It's disallowment now. Is that the word, right? Disallowment. Yeah.
It can be if that's what you need it to be.
That's gonna be the word. That's my word.
Wow.
It's not allowing anything.
So how funny that I just said a second ago, took a power back. So you have taken your power back.
Yes. Yes.
Wow. And that's so part of my live yesterday morning when I put the bricks was talking about we give our power away so easily.
Yes.
It's not necessarily that easy to get it back.
Right.
Because the reason we've given away usually is already so filled with our thoughts and beliefs of not worthy, blah, 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 diarrhea,
yes.
Anything else you want to fill in the blank there. We give our power away. We can't take it back until we do the work.
Right.
And you've been doing the work for 35 days with this workbook, which you've been able to, like, literally every single day, create declarations, create your I ams, create these things. And then the nuance, and that's why we did a moment ago before we went live, you're like, I called you out a little bit. And you're just like, that's, now we're fine tuning stuff.
Right.
This is the nuance of your power that we're starting to do a lot of fine tuning. So it's been remarkable to watch this journey with you. And what would you like to tell anybody that might be watching this, considering the bricks and or the workbook and or breaking down your walls as a company or anything?
Well, we were talking about taking my power back, and I felt very powerful as a young girl, creative, limitless, and I am feeling I'm feeling the way I felt when I was before I turned 14.
Holy moly! Well, you almost look like it.
And yeah, and that so anybody who's and I have to just I have to say it because they say if you have a secret or a confession or what have you, that you should say it in front of a lot of people and just get it out. And I have to say, I mean, I have been a victim of abuse in the past, and at a young age, 14, and so this definitely is. I mean, that was how many years ago? I'm going to be 50, and so
phenomenal.
I've had all of these years to carry around such baggage, and really breaking down the walls in 35 days has done more for me.
Wow.
It's yeah.
Wow.
So I keep saying it on the lives. Just get yourself your bricks. Get the bricks. Get the workbooks, and do the work. Do it for yourself. Do it.
Wow. Well, thank you for that share. I did not know that, and God, it's so. You said, I was a victim of, and I love that it was versus am.
Yeah, I'm not now.
Even though I guess I imagine you always are to a certain degree, but you are not. This, everybody, I want you to see this is not what a victim looks like. This is what a victor looks like. And you're taking that victory to even new levels now with, finding your voice, finding your power, finding and controlling those thoughts and your beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Because, prior to 35 days ago, or even prior to, last summer when you got the bricks, what changed? You had opportunities to master your thoughts and beliefs during that time. Not that maybe you have or have not yet, but it's required some other tools and mechanisms that's allowing you to work through that. And the power that you are now in is just phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, timing, universal timing.
Yeah.
I do feel like no matter what I've been through, I was supposed to have gone through whatever. And I feel like each one of us is in the exact right place at the exact right time. Yeah. We might not be able to understand what it is for future purposes, but I know in my heart of hearts that I'm most passionate about helping people, and I've been talking with somebody who is a lovely woman who's a wardrobe stylist, and we've known each other for quite some time. We've worked on a project together before, and it was actually called Project Makeover. Nothing excited me more recently than talking with this woman yesterday, Susan Canoff of Uncommon Threads, talking with her yesterday, and I could just feel just nothing but love bubbling up, and I know what I'm supposed to do, and that is to help women get their, help them get their power back. Help
them break down their walls.
What was that?
Help them break down their walls.
Absolutely. Wow. So it's just really, really good. I know that whatever I've gone through has not been in vain.
And so we did a lot of personal talk, and thank you for those amazing shares about your life. But you have companies and businesses, etc. And I actually just want to wind this up. But has anything shifted and changed in those departments? And if so, how? In a really quick sentence, and then follow that up with just a quick elevator pitch about you, your website, and what you do, and how people can get hold of you and find out more information, and then they can follow down your rabbit hole.
All right, thank you so much. Well, in looking over at my goals and then in actually doing the work, the way everything's come together has just been amazing. And now I forget what the question was.
I'm not sure I remember either.
The question.
What's changing your business perspectives?
Oh, business. So with everything coming together, this is help my business because I've been getting more bookings and reaching out to more people. I think the exposure has been pretty amazing. People are starting to hear of me, and I just flipped the turn the corner on that, or scratching the iceberg there. So this is good. It's all coming together. That's for business. It's
Very good. So you're getting bookings,
Susan.
I'm sorry?
Just talking with Susan yesterday, because that's the bigger picture, and I can see it. And I wasn't able to see it before. Now because the walls are coming down. Now the light's pouring in. That's awesome.
Beautiful. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time today and sharing with us. And so Grace Marie Beauty is what?
Grace Marie Beauty is my tagline is where classic is always in. So I help people find their inner classic. And I'm a licensed cosmetologist and makeup artist, and I provide professional products, services, and education to all.
And so if people want to find you, it's gracemariebeauty.com.
Yes.
And then you also have your makeup sites, correct?
So I have www.gracemariebeauty.com is my site that you can purchase makeup on, and also you can book services with me as well. My styling services are on there as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, happy Friday. It is 5 o'clock here in the Central Time, so that's 6 o'clock on your time.
Yes,
and
it is.
Let's go have some Friday night fun.
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right where you are. Here. It's awesome.
All right, thank you so much. I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Thank you.
Tell Tom I said hello. You guys be well. Have a great weekend. Be safe. And all you people watching, here's what it can look like by. Oh, you know what? I'm going to flip 3 bricks just for our little session.
Okay, do it.
So, this is the purple edition, the hotel edition.
Woo! All right.
Where do you want me to go?
Let's see, your left, upper left, first one, yeah.
So there's one already open, so next one down?
Yes, please.
Okay.
This is like choosing a lobster.
Okay, now which one?
Or a lobster in Maine. What was that? The next one, go to the third row to the left, yep, and third brick down.
1, 2, 3?
Unopened. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That one.
And one more?
Just the lonely one over here to the right.
Way over here?
Yes. Hey, yes. Hey, this is like playing Jeopardy.
I love it. All right. So we will wrap up our little talk
today. This is our lightning round.
What better way to end it with 3 bricks? Oh, my God.
What is it?
So we have encouraging.
Yay!
We have, this is for you.
Focus. follow one course until successful.
Correct. And that will require what?
Commitment.
Commitment. Encouraging, focus, and commitment.
That's awesome.
And it says commitment is a pledge or promise obligation. And Florence Nightingale says, I attribute my success to this. I never gave or took any excuse. Oh,
right there.
And then we have focus is a central point as of attraction, attention, or activity. And Woody Allen says 80% of success is showing up. And then encouraging says to inspire with courage, spirit, or confidence, to stimulate by assistance, approval, etc. And Charles Swindoll said, life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. Mm-hmm. Woohoo! So encouraging, commitment, and focus. My hashtag power sentence to end today with the hashtag purple bricks is going to be okay. I have intense focus and commitment for encouraging others to break down their walls so they can live the life of their dreams.
Yay! That's perfect.
Boom! Hashtag power sentence. Grace Marie Beauty, you are certainly that. I thank you, and I'm Oscar Valencia, breaking down your walls changing lives one brick at a time. Y'all take care.
Yes.
Well,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to go ahead and stop this recording. Hang on.
Okay. All right.